Hi everybody, welcome to part 2 of Strange Antiquities. I'm very, very, very excited to continue this game, so let's jump right in. I guess continue? Yeah. I've had so much fun, so I'm very excited that we're back and we get to discover more Strange Antiquities. So yeah, we got this card. I guess it could be a room. It could also be... No, it's a room, I think. Oh, this one. Yep. Let's see. A portrait of some dead lord eyes me suspiciously as I enter the room and start absent-mindedly opening drawers. The room is cold and austere, and I am about to leave when I spot a crate under the chest of drawers. This could be something. Wow. That's beautiful. Wow. Okay, we need to rearrange. Very important part of this game. I want it to be... I could move things down here. Maybe some of the stuff that we have discovered. You know? So it is... Oh, we did discover this, didn't we? Wasn't that the blue? Yeah. Let me label that. Oh god. It was a Vessager. Something like that. Okay, good. So we can put that down here as well. Sorry about that. Oop. Can I not place them there? Okay. Well, that doesn't look pretty. Like that then. Okay. I think we can move some stuff. And we haven't... That one, it hasn't been labeled. Okay. Sure. That's good. Okay, great. Yep. Come on in, postman. Not sure about this fog today. It's an eerie atmosphere out there, especially with those damn ravens back again. It's usually fierce black dogs I have to worry about, not big black birds. Better off inside, I reckon. I'm sure it is, yeah. A letter, let's see. The triangle has intrigued me ever since I first heard about it as a young boy. What caused the pine trees to grow like that? Did someone plant them? I know you'll at least have heard of it, but did you know this? I calculated the exact center point and there's a small clearing there. It can't be a coincidence. What's more, there is a certain energy about it. Not entirely welcoming either. I wonder if you might take a look for yourself. The triangle. What caused the pine trees to grow like that? That was obvious. Sure enough, as I approach the center of the curious triangular copse at the heart of Heath Wood, I come across a clearing. A tree that has been split in two stands in the center. Sunlight breaks through and I take a deep breath of cleansing pine and earth. Almost immediately I am struck by a sense of ominous power, and my intuition tells me that there is something unusual at the heart of the wood. I examine the broken tree and notice some strange markings carved into the trunk. Heart beating faster, I spot something else embedded in the wood. 3 pendants arranged in a triangle shape. Wow. Okay. Lovely. There we go. That one's done. has been many years since I've performed the rite of the red knives, but I can still remember every step. I'd do it one more time before I die if I could only get my hands on an Orford spire. I tried that place in Arnside and they sent me here. Orford spire. During the rite of the red knives, an Orford spire is fully submerged in goat's blood for 9 days and 9 nights. When performed correctly, the rite is said to impart vitality and clarity of thought, although perhaps not for the goat. I'd say not. Clarity of thought. Well, we have this thing with the spikes. It has an energy about it. I mean, if you look at the picture, there's like spikes coming out of the water. The blood, I should say. So that does give me a sense of it being that, but I mean, it says a sense of clarity of thought. It has an ethereal quality to it. A sense of crackling energy flickers in the depths of my mind. I'd say no then. I mean, let's just try this, because it seems too obvious to be right. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. It makes sense. Orford. Oh. Orford spire? Let's do red. Have I written that right? Yep. Alright. Eli! He's back. I need to go away for a few days again, sure. The Order of the Black Veil will have the information I'm looking for. Okay. They seek to understand the world beyond death, drinking an elixir that sinks them into a deep trance. If I'm right, they may be able to shed some light on these events. The only problem is I burned that bridge long ago. Could you hand me the Guise of Lillian? It won't be the first time I've used one to get around their hatred of mine. Guise of Lillian. These items can allow the bearer to pass unrecognized. If used for any length of time, the wielder can begin to lose their sense of self. The remains of bygone creatures have been used in thaumaturgy for centuries, from petrified teeth and bones to trilobites, ammonites, and devil's toenails. A Guise of Lillian is one such item that makes use of this ancient source of power. We have this. I notice a slight out-of-body feeling, like my hands belong to somebody else. Yep. Guise of Lillian. Oh. Guise of Lillian. Green? Gray. Sure. Ooh, new person. Rebecca Rose. Hello. Ooh, is that a cat? It sure is. My eyes may have completely gone now, but it's good to know I still have my cat senses. I do hope I'm in the right place. My daughter told me about a shop that specializes in unusual items. My life's joy has always been painting. Without that, my life, I'm afraid, is at a bit of a loss. I know that I will never see again, but is there anything in your collection that might help me paint again? I feel a little foolish for asking. It seems such a small thing, but to me it means everything. Ooh, Spirit Eye, Aries Remnant. These objects induce a form of synesthesia where colors and tones, light and shadow can be felt through touch. They are sometimes used by those who work in low light conditions, such as miners. The gemstones in an Aries remnant are arranged in the shape of the constellation that shares its name. Oh, that's cool. And what was the other thing? Something with eyes? Spirit eye. There are some who stay away from spirit eyes, believing them to be a window into a world that should not be seen, and others who deride their fear as nothing more than superstition. It is not clear exactly what they do show. Another layer beneath the visible world, perhaps? A layer that requires something more than the traditional sense to experience. They draw their power from the opposing symbols inscribed upon them. I don't like that. That sounds like it could go wrong. Let's go with the Aries remnant. Gemstones in this shape. This one? I'd guess so. I feel like that's more the safe bet, you know? Let's do blue. Sorry. Clarence Hawker. Those ravens have done for 3 more poor buggers. 2 of them at Colgarth and another fella, a fisherman. Okay. People are getting a bit panicky around here, I can imagine. Nothing natural about folk turning up with eyes all black like that. And now this fog too. With the nights drawing in and me working late, I refuse to walk down Holbrook Road without so much as a lantern. I had something nice and bright in mind. Ooh, sunbond. That sounds fun. A sunbond is a small and lightweight, designed to be carried discreetly and made of a non-precious metal of some kind, housing a gemstone of light. They carry the warmth and the light of the sun, a brightness that can pierce the darkest gloom. Lightweight. Gemstone of light. Well, we got a book of gemstones. A gemstone of light. The sunstone. Fire and light. Diurnic. Amber. That makes sense. Stone of water. Peace and safety. Earth and nature. Strength. So we need amber, not topaz. And it's supposed to be light. An orange gemstone. Great! That doesn't tell me if it's amber or topaz. An orange gemstone. This one's a little bit lighter. Or is the gemstone supposed to be... It's pale yellow. And this one's more yellow or orange. So we have 2 options. Because I don't think we have anything else. Okay. They carry the warmth and the light of the sun, so it should maybe feel warm, polished, warm. Polished. It feels a little warmer than I would expect. So do I have 2 sunbonds here? Warm. Polished. Sounds are muffled in its presence. That could help with the sneaking around. It feels warmer than I would expect. Let's do this one. Nope. Okay, that one then. I thought maybe muffled sound would be good, you know. It could help with being less... If you want to speak, that you'll be less noticed. Fine. Sun bond. Sun bond. Let's do... I want it to be yellow. I guess this is sort of a little bit more like a green color, but let's put it there. Okay. Audrey Bell. Well, hello. Bend your ear to the trees, sure. Hold your palm out to the wind. The ravens can feel it. Oh boy. Can you? I don't know, not sure. Something is stirring. I will need a Holgen Grim in the coming days. No problem. Holgen Grim. These eerie creations are worn by priests of Holgar in various rituals relating to death and afterlife. Okay, worn. The sacrament to ask for his protection, Wolf Song's truth, to seek his judgment, path of the warrior, to help the dead find their way. Holgar. Could be this as well. A dark blue green gemstone. Let's just look what that is. A stone of death and decay. The reason I thought of that is because this guy here has the horns poking out of his head. Let's just try it. That felt really, really good. Holgen Grim. Oh. Holgen Grim. I'm so good. I'm so much better at this than I expected to be. See me say that now, and now I'm gonna mess everything up. Inside was the reason they had toiled so hard. A small black casket. A very valuable small black casket. They knew enough not to open it, but perhaps too little to fully understand the danger it posed. Yikes, that sounds creepy. Stairs. Up the stairs, left, then left again. Second on the right is where I spend each night. Oh, that sounds cool. Okay. Let's try to discover it. Okay, up the stairs. Which means if we go up, we are here. Right. Left. Then left again. Second on the right. Oh wait, maybe... Yeah, if I go up, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna come up here. Right? Because this is the first floor. Left, left again. Second on the right is where I spend each night. Maybe it's like telling me to go left, left again. Second on the right could also mean this then. These instructions are just not clear to me. It wasn't clear in the previous one. I'm guessing that one. That did not make sense at all, but okay. The bedroom looks like it hasn't been used for some time. A thin layer of dust coats the furnishings and cobwebs decorate every corner. Pulling back the thin curtains lets some light in, but more importantly, they reveal a macabre item that has been hiding on the windowsill all this time. Witch's fingers, I guess. Ew, that's gross. But I like it, but that's so gross. Eee, that's creepy. Okay. Okay. Let's put these books together. I can never get any peace in my house. When am I to find time to do my writing? I've tried beeswax, but that makes my ears sore, and besides, I can still hear the shouting and banging at all hours. I heard you might be able to help me. Maybe? St. John's Anvil. These items have much in common with the St. John's poppy plant of the same name, a fact that is reflected in their design. They have quite different uses, however. Whereas the plant helps to overcome deafness, an anvil will dampen sound. They can even be turned to filter out certain noises, but allow others to be heard still. Well, we had this thing that sounds are muffled in its presence. And it has a little leaves that are close to the leaves on the flower picture. Cool. St. John's Anvil. St. John's Anvil. Let's do green for the plant. Barton Potter. You must be the thaumaturge's apprentice. I bet he's a hard man to work under. Not sure. He's helped me out more than once in the past, though. Great. And speaking of the past, my eye has been aching again lately. Is this Harry Potter? That can't be a good sign. I'd be willing to make a fair trade for an Elva stone if you have one. Sure, of course I always keep my Elva stones in stock. Obviously, who wouldn't? Elva stones can be used to relieve the discomfort caused by otherwise incurable ailments, such as praxis or burning blood. The planetary metal used in these items is associated with the Selenic discipline, a connection that is also reflected in their design. Stones. Praxis or burning blood, okay. The planetary metal. Stone. So we have a couple contestants here. I'd say these two, mostly. Or this one even as well. This is kind of Selenic. Planetary metal. Metal. So this one doesn't have metal, I think. Stone. Oh, bronze. Okay. Stone. Gemstone. Warm, cold, smooth. Okay. Gold. Stone. This is pretty. Nothing to remark. Warm, hard and cool. Engraved detailing. Somehow if this feels like it's the right one, but I have no reason for why. It has an ethereal quality to it. Planetary? Ethereal? Could be completely wrong. But we're not. We're right. That's great. Elva stone. Ooh. Wow. Okay. Elva stone. Let's do that. I've been doing some reading. See what you make of this. Great. Thank you. The fisherman they found yesterday has been up at Wyatt Beck, so I'm going to see if I can find anything out there. Great. Good luck. Good luck with that. Here I go again, sticking my nose into trouble because I don't seem to be able to listen to that part of me that says, go put the kettle on and let someone else deal with it for a change. I mean, you're curious. That's not a bad trait. It's bloody-minded arrogance to follow that through up with, but there isn't anyone else. But here we are, and here I am. They do it all wrong anyway. I mean, then you should just do it yourself, you know? Don't let someone stand in your way. Go and solve this mystery. Oh, we have 2 more people to discover. Francis Mason. I have been wearing a pendant that I found in the library, and it does something to me. It gives me an appetite for reading that I cannot control. I was lost in the library for 3 days without eating or sleeping before I managed to take the pendant off and escape. That's horrible. It is rather pretty though. Someone told me I need a Cushic purifier and that this is the place to get one. I'm sure it is. Cushic purifier. A small topaz gemstone known as the Eye is placed in a strong-smelling liquid, usually some potent barley spirit or vinegar. Small tokens such as rings or amulets perhaps, submerged in the liquid and left for a full cycle of the moon, are cleansed of simple imbued curses or hexes. Of course, there is a limit to the effectiveness of this process. Topaz gemstone. Topaz. We saw that it was really pale yellow, right? Pale yellow. And it's gonna be stinky. A ring. Gold. Oh! Stinky. Pinkish gemstone. Cool and smooth. Soft. A small topaz gemstone known as the Eye is placed in a strong-smelling liquid, usually some potent barley spirit or vinegar. Small tokens, such as rings or amulets perhaps, submerged in the liquid and left for a full cycle of the moon, are cleansed. So it could be that. Cycle of the moon, and the pink gemstone is the Selenic moonstone. So maybe? No. That was also, I was confused by that. I'm like, am I looking for a container to put something in, or am I looking for a small topaz gemstone? You know what I'm saying? I looked it up because I just didn't know. It's this, apparently. Strong odor, and when it shakes, I shake it, it rattles. Well, we can't win them all. Cushic purifier. Cushic purifier. Simone Green. I've been working on something that you might find interesting. Okay. Did you know that nobody knows who built Strange Antiquities? It's very old, perhaps the oldest building in Undermere, according to some accounts. Even Eli doesn't know all of its secrets. I've been decoding a journal that he found. It's slow work, but I've made a bit of a breakthrough recently. Have you discovered the plinths below the counter? I have learned that they can be used to access a shop's hidden depths, and this journal holds some of the keys. Here's something I discovered late last night. See what you make of it. Alcove key, horn shackle, and then a moon something. The writing is dense and spidery, so it's not always easy to decipher. Horned is... Does she mean this? Horn shackle. Does she mean something else? Alcove key. Does she mean that? Alcove key. Evocant. The evocant. Where is the evocant thing? I don't remember what it was. Moon something. We had a bunch of moon things. Maybe the owl. Selenic totem. Did we have really like a moon object? Guess we'll hold on to that. Jim Wolf. After years of working in a thundering mill, I'm afraid I'm quite deaf now. I've tried St. John's poppy, but I'm looking for a more permanent solution. I would love to be able to hear my niece's laughter, I'm sure. Hearing charm. Hearing charm. Oh, a simple trinket that amplifies sound. While generally used by the hard of hearing, they are a curiosity that can be enjoyed by young and old alike. And of course they have more devious applications too, making it possible to eavesdrop on private conversation. Hearing charms take the form of animals known for their hearing. Well, we have a bat. Every sound has become both louder and clearer. Boop. Wonderful. Hearing charm. Blue maybe? I don't know. Cute. So we have the locked cabinet. It's not gonna be that. It's also not gonna be this. I don't feel like we have any other... Oh wait. Look at that symbol. Oh, is it that? Horn shackle. And then... Oh. Ooh, yeah, let's do the owl first. Wow. Okay. Excuse me? Whoa, we have more of these thingies. More of these thingamabobs. Wow, that's beautiful. Look at that. Gorgeous. And then we have mugs of some sort. Okay. Let's put them here, I suppose. I guess. It has a strong odor. Sharp, but not entirely unpleasant. A sharp aroma. Sharp aroma. Wow. Okay. So interesting. Everything is so interesting. At camp that night, one of the pair had awoken with pain in his left eye. He was alert to the threat at once, recognizing two things at the same time. One, a part of his mind was not his own, and two, the casket wanted to be opened. Oh boy. What is this gonna be? Ooh. Oh, it's a lady. Hello, lady. The maiden in the tower points the way. I am buried among the trees. Lady in the tower? Is it lady in the tower, but buried among the trees? She points the way. Tower. Do we have a tower of some sort? Galfrey's Tower, 22. 22, where are you? I am blind as a bat. 22, there you go. I am buried among the trees. Ooh, maybe the compass down here? I don't know if that's been the same every time. But maybe we need to go in the direction the compass is pointing. But she's pointing to the left, but there's nothing to the left. So if we take the compass, put it on the tower, it'd be more here than there, I think. It's because I don't think if I click the tower anything's gonna happen. Nope. Nope. I climb the narrow winding stair to the top of the tower and am rewarded with views across Lake Undermere. I am not alone in the tower. Standing in the center of the circular platform is a statue of a young woman, the maiden. Her outstretched arm points due east, across the rooftops of Undermere and beyond. East. Okay, thank you. So here? Nope. East. This doesn't seem to be like trees. East from here. So maybe this little patch? Okay. Should have taken a bit more time, but that's fine. I find what I'm looking for in a small cavity carved into a sturdy oak tree. I look around, half expecting to see someone, but there's nobody there. I take my prize and leave, feeling my mood lifted by the smell of damp moss and the gentle rush of wind through the treetops. Interesting. Thank you. I walked up the back a mile or so in the cold and wet yesterday and found a section with a handful of dead fish floating in it, belly up and blackened they were. That is a very bad sign. I'm not sure what to make of it, but I don't like it. Me neither. I'm on my way to Kelgarth Hall. I spoke to Dr. Robertson earlier and she said the two women they found there are still in the same state as the others, in a trance and eyes all black. Before I go, Anna Bryant asked me to drop this off. Anna? When we were kids, we used to explore an abandoned house on the lakefront. We'd take a boat out to the northern tip of Naylor Island and row across from there. You know the one I'm talking about, second from the left in the row of 4. I found myself outside its door 3 days ago and I went inside for old time's sake. I wish I hadn't. It always had an ominous feel to it. It has taken me the last 3 days to summon the courage to write this letter, but I think it's better you see for yourself what's out there. Let's go! Mario. Okay, lake. Do we even have a... Oh, Lake Undermere. An abandoned house on the lakefront. We take a boat out to the northern tip of Naylor Island and row across from there. You know what I'm talking about. Second from the left in the row of 4. I don't know exactly what I was expecting to find. Anna's letter was quite vague after all, but I certainly wasn't prepared for this. In an alcove of the house, peering out through loose mortar and crumbling brick, is a macabre shrine of sorts. The skull of a stag is mounted above the opening, its antlers smeared with a dark red substance, and large melted candles pool out onto the wooden floor on either side. In the center of the altar, there is a small iron chest, rusted and fused to the floor. It's clear that it has been here for a long time. I do not see any hinge or keyhole or any way to opening it at all, but after a while I notice an inscription that simply says, "I open to the voice." Oh, and I need to put something in there? Wait, what? That is so cool. Okay. Voice. Voice? Have we had anything with voice? Voice of Cernunnos? We could try that. The chest opens to reveal a golden totem. I can't imagine who would have stashed it here or why, but it doesn't look like they're coming back for it anytime soon. Oh, it's a cat! Oh, Juniper, or what? Jupiter! Jupiter, look! Look at it! Oh my goodness, it's a cat, it's your friend! Wow, that's so cool. Lester, welcome. I apologize if this inquisition is an imposition to your disposition. It is not my intention to bring to your attention a matter of contention. I have an inclination to perform an incantation of flirtation. For your part, a leaden heart of the pomic art. Well, my friend, for that performance alone, you get this for free, okay? Oh, no. Lead heart. These items depict the god Cernunnos in his non-human form, so a goat. They are heavier, or what was it? I don't. Antler, so a deer. They are heavier than they look due to a core of lead hidden by a more modest exterior. They are said to kindle romantic interest and are sometimes given as wedding gifts. So I'm pretty sure Cernunnos was like a deer type person. Deer. Stag. Is this heavy? Pretty heavy. Lead heart. Wow, that's pretty cool. Lead heart. Heart. Let's do red then for the heart. Let's put it here. That there. Okay. Angus. Oh, you're not Eli. I'm returning an item he asked me to repair. The mechanism was mangled, but I've repaired all the springs and given it a clean. Good as new. Okay, great. Beautiful. Thank you. Stunning. Smooth. Black. Can we open it? I want to open it. Oh, it's a pendant. Beautiful. Eli, it wasn't my intention to leave you unattended for this long, but I'm afraid that I'm going to need to rely on you for a little while longer. It's fine. The Order of the Black Veil seemed more concerned by the ravens than the black-eyed state that Mr. Hungerford was found in. Okay, they said that it would take a very powerful force indeed to upset them like that. Unfortunately, they either weren't able or aren't willing to talk any further on the subject. I was hoping to avoid it, but I must go to Oxford. And the Bodleian! I've been there! I will be gone for a few days at least, perhaps longer, but you seem to be handling yourself well here. The Bodleian, that's so cool. Okay. I do not see eye to eye with the head of collections at the Bodleian, but I do know that he takes an interest in horticulture. I will take him a Scythian charm to smooth things over between us. Okay. Scythian charm. Older Scythian charms are carved out of wood, but the more powerful designs make use of the planetary metals. No two are identical. They are used by horticulturists to encourage stubborn plants to thrive. They change with the weather, usually quite cold but warm and tingly to the touch while it's raining. Planetary metals. Planetary metal. Copper, gold, iron, lead. It's a lot of options we got right there, to be quite honest with you. Cold, but warm and tingly when it's raining. I'm pretty sure it's raining. Charms. It's raining, so it should be warm and tingly to the touch. Charm. Raised, detailing, smooth. Polished, hard and cool. Weathered. Okay. Smooth. Weathered. Hard and cool. Hard and cool. Warm and vibrating with energy. It's definitely this. Gold and silver. We can double check. Gold, silver. The sun and the moon. Scythian charm. Scythian charm. Not sure if I've written that right, but that's fine. Let's go put it there with the other moon thing. The doctor. Hi. I'm at a loss with these patients. I can understand. They aren't responding to anything I've tried so far, and I haven't been able to find anything in the literature that fits their symptoms. Yeah, that's tough. I am finding that they become violent if they aren't restrained, and they are always trying to leave. If nothing else, Dranthium tea from a restful mether might get a moment of lucidity out of them, but if you've got any ideas, then I'm all ears. Restful mether. Witch's fingers! Let's look at the witch's fingers. Witch's fingers are said to be the severed digits of the Witch of Undermere. They are capable of inflicting intense pain, but the goal is supposedly purification of the body, a most unpleasant experience, but a last resort that has cured some and finished off others. What was the other option? Restful mether. Sounds more peaceful. A mether is a thaumaturge's link to the inner mind. A hot tea made from the Dranthium plant is drunk from them, taking on different properties depending on the type of mether. This particular type can be used to enter a meditative state and bypass the rush and clutter of consciousness, promoting clarity of thought. I really want to give her the witch's fingers, but that feels evil. She might kill people. She's a doctor. She really will not be happy with that. So let's try to do the tea. A mether. The inner mind. A hot tea made from the Duranthium plant is drunk from them. The inner mind. So one of my cups that I've procured. Inner mind. How will I know which one of these three it is? Doesn't say anything about gemstones. Whoops. Oh, it's here on the picture as well. I didn't even notice that. Okay, so I could have already guessed it was either that one or that one. I'm so stupid. It seems to be this one. Oh boy. Oh no, we're in the red. This one then? Okay, great. We did it. That's so good of us. Oh my goodness, we're the best. Restful Nether. Restful Nether. Sure, we'll leave it at. We'll leave it at. We'll leave it here as well. I feel like move. Yeah, I feel like it's a good spot for it. Okay. I've come to thank you for sharing the wonder of the Ares remnant with me. You're welcome. It has changed my life. Yay! I'm still getting the grips with it, but already I'm feeling my way back to painting again. Yay! Thank you. You're so welcome, girl. You're so welcome. Go practice your art. That's so important, you know. He knew what he had to do. Without hesitating, he took hold of his diverging hook and used it to cut away the infected part of his mind before it could spread and consume him entirely. What? What did you just say? I don't get those parts. I'm so curious to find out what that story is. Okay, let's do one more day and then we're gonna end the video. I am closest to the sunset, but furthest from the sunrise. We can figure that out. So, tower. The sun rises in the east. Yes. Closest to the sunset. So, west. So this one? Okay. Wait, oh, we might not know where the... If this is north. We don't know if that's north or not. Do we have a compass on this map? Oh, north. Okay. I should have thought of that before. So if this is north, east, south, west, this is the most western tower. Okay, I apologize. The view from the tower is quite beautiful, but it's what I find inside that catches my attention. In the middle of the room is an unlocked wooden chest, and within that, not one, but two smaller wooden chests, along with a cryptic scrap of paper. Oh. What? By a diurnic seal, object made from silver. Okay. Coolio. Cool. Sure. Yeah. Ugh, we're losing. We don't have much space. Maybe I should put those here. There we go. As if I didn't have enough on my plate right now, my sister Bonnie has been acting strange. Oh boy. She never got over the death of our father. She's always blamed Mr. Potter for his role in it, and now with all this happening, she's got it in her head that he's behind it somehow. I'm worried she's going to do something stupid. If she comes in here, whatever you do, do not give her anything dangerous. Robertson is the last name. I want to give her a keepsake to let her know that she is still loved. I've seen people gifting one another wooden totems, but I don't know what they're called. Wooden totems. Wood. Well, we've both discovered both of these already. Definitely not this one. Wooden totems. Okay, yeah, this was a bad thing. Yeah. The only thing I can think of that we could try, I don't want to make a mistake again, and I don't think it's gonna be a jug. So this is the only one that's similar to this, where it's been like the girl that wanted to give it to her grandma for like warmth and happy feelings. Okay. Well, it's fun that for the first time ever we've had a repeat item, and I was wondering if that was gonna happen or not. Unfortunately, I have some bad news. Jack Hungerford has not responded well. If anything, he appears to have sunken deeper into the trance. Okay. I daren't try anything else in case I make things worse. Well, if you want to come back for some witch's fingers, I have those, so. Those silly sods at Colgarth Hall wouldn't let me in to look around. It seems I've upset the little lord who lives there at some point in the past. Oh boy. Allegedly, I refused to perform an exorcism on his haunted house. He didn't like my suggestion that I might be the local kids playing pranks on him because he's mean. He's a mean old git. I'm not so easily put off though. Do you have a Tenebrand cloak I could use this evening? Tenebrand cloak. Do I? Oh, that's so fucking cool. Okay. Upon activation, a Tenebrand cloak can create a sphere of enshrouding darkness that will cloak all within its reach. A single stone set in bronze. A single stone set in bronze. Bronze, but wood around it though. Cool and smooth. Gold. A single stone set in bronze. Bronze. Nothing to remark, really. Polished. What's the blue gemstone? A stone of water. An anchor between body and mind. So I don't think that's it. The green one. The fourth eye, a stone of sight. Maybe. Stone of dark purpose. Earth and nature. Stone of sight. Fire and fury. A stone of the night and of darkness. There are some who fear it and some who are seduced by it. I feel like that should be it. Something with a black gemstone inside of it, but... this is also a gem. Green gemstone. This is just a stone. Stone. And it's bronze. It's set in bronze. Ooh, it could also be this. Gold. Oh no, that's gold, not bronze. Gold. So our options are this, this, this. Let's look at it again. A single stone set in bronze. What else do we have? Because this isn't a single stone. Single stone, but set in bronze and wood. Ooh, but that is the right stone, I think. I feel like this isn't it. I feel like this is also not it because the stone is wrong. Gold, so that's not it. Single gemstone, but this is gold. Not a single gemstone. This isn't a gemstone, it's just bronze. I mean, this is a gemstone, bronze, but there's also stone. Maybe that doesn't matter. I feel like this is the only thing left that even comes close. Nothing to remark. Cool and smooth, warm. I mean, this is the moonstone. So I guess moon, night, darkness. Maybe? Wow. I was stumbling really badly there. I did not really know what I was doing. Then a brown cloak? I don't remember. Let's do blue for the night sky. We're putting that. Where are we putting that? Great question. Can we put things here just for fun? Yeah. I bumped into Eli at the station yesterday before he left for Oxford. His train was late, so we had a brief chat and he suddenly remembered something he wanted to tell you. I told him I'd pass on the message. Okay. In other news, I've got a little something for you. If you're interested, it's going to cost you, but it's worth it. A map of the catacombs, very rare. Worth a lot to someone in your line of work, I imagine. And all I'm asking for in return is a Valant. Valant. The holes in a Valant are of roughly equal size and spacing. They are used by the adventurous to help them find their way. A curious pulse can be felt when its power concentrates. The holes are roughly of equal size and distance. Holes. Blue gemstone. Let's look that one up for fun. It's kind of like a dark blue though. None of these are dark blue. Like this one. Well, it's not that dark. Blue, an anchor between body and mind. Or a stone of water. What else do we have that has holes in it? This thing, but that seems impractical, to say the least. Rough and pitted. It vibrates with energy. It vibrates with energy though. Does this vibrate? Warm, cool. And there's like a ring around it. Heyo. What was it? Valet. That seems impractical to use on a map, but sure. Whatever you say. Oh, hello, kitty. Say hello. Hello. Go on the floor. Yes, thank you. Okay, we have a map. Oh, this is so cool. Look at the little light on this. Oh my god. Okay. I keep forgetting to mention it would be helpful for you to read Dr. Robertson's booklet on curses. You'll find it in the cupboard, hidden in the counter. Yes, okay. This one? I still don't know what to put there. It's like a flower and then a round thing with little spikes on the sides. Flower. That's definitely it though. Can I rotate it somehow? Wait, what? Oh, I need to look at it. The top ones, down and in between. Wow. That's so cool. That's so cool. Okay. Okay, yes, thank you. I take this now. I take it. Okay, yeah, sure. Can we close this? Yes. Thank you. Okay. Cat. Okay, let's look at the book. Curses and their effects. Oh. Burning blood. Yeah, we've heard about some of these. Wow. That's dope. Okay. Ooh, it's the sister from the doctor. I feel like I'm going crazy here. I know who's behind this madness. All these people with the pitch black eyes, but nobody's listening to me. I've seen it happen before. 7 years ago, my father died the same way. Well, since nobody will listen, I'm going to take care of it myself. A Corvin's might, please, and I'll be on my way. Corvin's might, grace. Corvin's might. Whoa. Corvin's might, sometimes called an eagle's gift, is an assassin's tool that makes use of Wix's power. Wow, that's dope, but we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do the gray thing. Grace. Worn as a pendant to dispel melancholy. They share the design of a shadow catcher. This one. My heart feels lighter. Grace. Let's hope it helps her. I really hope it does. This is... Don't insult me, thaumaturge. This isn't some depression that can be cured with your little trinkets. I will get hold of a Corvin's might, sure, but not from me. I promised your sister, okay? So we're not gonna be doing that. We're not. As his mind roiled in confusion, he watched through his remaining good eye as his partner lunged toward the satchel that contained the casket. To his horror, he saw that his partner's eyes were black. Are we following the first guy? I don't know. Ooh, the catacombs. This is so cool. That's it? Oh, that's so cool. Okay, that's so cool. But we're gonna have to end it here, and I'm gonna make a third video soon so we can continue. Thanks for everybody who's been enjoying these, and I'll post a video again soon. Okay, bye.